Welcome to GLHF, the world's first podcast in video games. Today, on a raft in the middle of the sea. Austin, do you know why I've brought you here?
You haven't told me why. I assume to look at the beauty of Earth and nature and to get away, from the rabble rouse, maybe to perhaps get a good night's sleep for once, something like that.
Those are like nice side effects, but really I brought you out here in the middle of nowhere so that nobody can hear us when we talk about all the scalding hot tea we weren't able to talk about in the Enchanted Forest episode.
That actually makes so much sense because we do need to be this far away from, I already forgot her name.
From Sue. We have to be, thousands of miles away from Sue.
So that she doesn't come after us. That's why I actually left. That's why I came all the way back to New Orleans, because I was so afraid of the retribution.
Yeah. Shout out to Sue.
No hard feelings
Susan
at all.
was our
Sue's doing a job
contact at Enchanted Forest who graciously agreed to let us do a podcast there. We never actually met her, so she was more of a figure of our imaginations when we were at the park.
We were told that we saw her.
Right. I think we were told that she was the lady going around on a golf cart.
And we did see that person.
We did see a golf cart.
We didn't connect those dots.
Yeah. I assumed that the golf cart was like for guests that couldn't walk around the park because it's very steep hills and such, as we were talking about. But I guess it's like Sue's personal envoy.
Yeah, it's like her, I'm trying to think of a horrible analogy for like...
It's her golden chariot.
Yeah, some kind of,
she lords over the park.
Exactly, yes. As she should, frankly.
Right. Sue is, miracle woman. She's apparently the lady that does all the music in the park. Yeah. And she's one of the, I think Bentley said she's the oldest daughter of Roger. Was it Roger or Robert? Oh no.
I don't know.
The guy that made the park. So it's a family business. We love Sue, but she did tell us that we had to keep everything extremely family friendly. And so there were some things that I had to cut that we talked about with Bentley last episode.
I knew as we were recording it that the episode was not going to remain intact, despite our best efforts. And some of that was our fault. Some of it was somebody else's fault. I'm not going to say his name, Bentley. But that's just the way it goes sometimes. Shout out Bentley for your participation.
The third person in the room, yeah.
Yeah. It's so funny to me how, I don't know if you can feel this, but how different the vibes are when we get in a call like this versus when we're physically in person. With another, like a person,
with another person,
human being.
Yeah.
It's like it's such a different. I feel so chill right now, and not to
Were you nervous?
Ill of the dead or whatever. But I would say that doing it in a room with people is a significantly heightened, anxiety experience, which I want to get better at, I suppose. So it's good practice. But
for the record, you seemed totally normal to me. You seem the same.
That's incredible. The sunglasses help. That's why I needed to keep them on so you couldn't see my eyes dilated.
Right. I would like to know how I seemed because and this is another thing I didn't say on the pod because I was worried that Sue would be mad, but I was on drugs the entire time you were in Oregon, actually.
You were on the pred. You were
and I still am.
It was like hanging out with an inverted werewolf. You slept at night and that doesn't make any sense. It was like hanging out with
a werewolf. Regular.
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It wasn't really like that. You actually seemed very normal. But I want you to seem crazy because it's a funnier story. But I don't know if you did anything that crazy.
I think it's a miracle that you think I seemed normal. Okay, we've landed on an island, first of all.
Yeah, we have.
Welcome to the island.
If we get off and hang out on the island, we won't be bobbing up and down as much, and it might be easier for people to stare at our faces for an hour, which I'm sure is how people consume
we can get out and hang on the island.
Anyway, you seem normal despite being on the most vicious of all steroids. Predno is what the pred, as you refer to it.
The pred is what we call it, us pred fiends.
On the street, exactly. On the street,
that's what I text my plug when I need some.
It's $12
a
pill.
You got some pred. So I'm on less pred now. The entire time you were in Oregon, I was still struggling with my poison oak fiasco, and it has subsided now. Here's the thing, right? I did one round of Prednisone.
Prednisone.
The Preds got me slurring my words.
Yeah.
I did one round before you got here, and I was hopeful that would be the end of it because I didn't want to be having medical issues while I'm supposed to be like having fun and showing you around.
Right.
So I was very upset that it didn't really work, and the rashes were coming back the day that you were going to be flying in, and so I went to the doctor again, and what they prescribed me was 50 milligrams of prednisone for 10 days, which is a lot. If you're familiar with the Pred, that's really a lot.
I've never been on it, so I can't say I know intimately, but based on what you said, and also just based on how little it seemed like you were able to sleep.
Yes.
It does seem like a lot.
On 50 milligrams, I was completely unable to sleep at night. So
yeah, it was like 3 straight days you basically didn't sleep. And
correct.
Again, you seem totally normal. So kudos to you, I guess.
Literally not true.
It's kind of built different. No, you were totally normal. Aside from just like falling asleep on a rock one time.
Right. But I was also I got up that morning uncontrollably crying because I was so
you were miserable
tired.
At first, but it was one of those things where as soon as you took the plunge, you just switched it off. You know,
I don't know.
You were in it. So
I think I could have been a little more entertaining, a little more of a party girl as I usually am, but I
felt sufficiently partied. Frankly, I wasn't there to party, so I'm maybe it's for the best that it was more chill. Also, not inside baseball, but there were some other things that were occurring that required some attention and energy that week. So, God changed the course.
Okay.
And we ended up in some sense, on an island, a different place than we intended to. But that's how it goes when you try to ride a surfboard and you get stung by poison plants. And
yeah, I mean, can we talk about that?
Yeah, if you want
to. So
it's a short story, but that's electric surfboard was really fun.
Yeah, what else was I going to say about the drugs? Oh, just so how it makes me feel, how I feel right now. I am going to stream today, and I'm trying to get back to being regular. But I don't know how to describe it other than buzzing bees inside of my body, kind of knocking against the walls of my skin. And,
yeah, it does sound really uncomfortable.
And I'm only on 10 milligrams now. But so 50 was crazy. 50, I could not sleep at all. I was awake for 4 days straight. And I probably slept in increments of 20 or 30 minutes, maybe a couple times in that time.
Yeah.
And so I'm curious. I also have bouts of insomnia just from nothing, just because I'm anxious. And
nice.
I have been awake for many days in a row before, but I've never, I don't think, hallucinated or got to the point where you actually start going crazy. I mean, you're saying I seemed normal, which seems impossible to me. But nobody's ever told me that I'm going crazy when I don't sleep. And I read things on the internet where it's after 4 or 5 days is when you're supposed to start hallucinating. I don't think I've ever started hallucinating, so maybe I'm just built different.
You might be. Or it's possible that you hallucinate very subtly. Perhaps your experience of the week was actually completely different than ours, right, but it didn't seem maybe you just experienced a hallucination of a slightly different but otherwise normal reality. And so you didn't feel the need to point out that, the cabinets were gray or that or that I was seeing spiders in the corners of the room. That you were seeing spiders in the corners of the room or whatever,
Yeah.
That could have been the case. We there's no way for us to know that we're both seeing the same color red, So
yeah,
that's the other possibility.
So I want to stay on track a little bit because I have a lot to go over this episode. I want to debrief a little bit
about our little pod.
Yeah, I want to debrief a little bit about last episode. That was our first official guest. I mean, our first unofficial guest was probably D'Amico, who just strolled on to the show.
Yep, D'Amico was definitely our first unofficial guest.
But this was our first guest that was intentional.
Yeah.
And
how'd you like it?
I thought it was good. Again, I was feeling the buzzing bees, and I had a bit of a headache. from the Benadryl that I had taken to subdue the buzzing bees so I could sleep the night before. So I was speaking through a veil of drugs is how I've described it. I think I haven't seen any comments about Mem seems like she's on drugs this episode, so I think I did okay.
Yeah.
And
or that's another hallucination, and there are actually loads of them, and you're hallucinating that there aren't any.
I mean, if the way that I hallucinate is I don't see any hate comments,
it's pretty good. Yeah, I guess if you're gonna hallucinate, that is not the worst way too. So, what did you feel? Because here's something I noticed that was interesting. At least I don't know if you felt this in the moment.
Yeah.
But when we were trying to have this conversation with this nice individual, and we were kind of taking turns asking questions, first of all, no prep, I don't think, for either of us, right? I mean,
I naturally had questions for him, but
of course. But I thought it was funny how like your questions were like very, I felt sort of like earnest, good questions to try and understand things. And then my questions were like a little bit more like, what would be the way to say it? I was almost trying to do bits with him.
Yeah, you were goofing a little bit.
I was goofing, and then we would switch back, and you'd be like, can I actually ask you about your job and what you like doing about it? And I don't know if you caught on to that, but I thought that was a very funny
I don't think that's a bad dynamic.
That we kind of established. Yeah. No, it's a great dynamic. And what I thought was funny about it is that neither of them really worked. I don't know if you noticed that, but it felt like maybe it's just because
it was an episode.
Whatever,
we filled the time.
No, for sure. And there was plenty of good moments in it. And again, it was a fun conversation, but neither of our efforts, I think, we didn't fully grab on to anything, which was interesting. So I wonder if there's anything we would do differently if and when we have another guest on the show someday. Like, is there anything we would change, or would we just roll into it I'm not sure. Way?
I think the nature of the show is a little bit rambly anyway, so it's not really a big deal if it just ends up being
but that's what was hard about it, is because I think having, and this is maybe just a confidence issue, but I think having someone else in the room, I didn't feel comfortable just like rambling and being whatever. I felt like I kind of had to be like, oh, let's like actually try and do a good job, which is, of course, is dumb.
Right. It's different energy with another person, because also we had just met him. I mean, we were both like having a conversation with him for the first time.
That was like our 9th minute with him. Yes. Was when he walked onto the show.
So it's, you never really know, like, you don't know a person's sense of humor yet or whatever in that moment. So
but you do just kind of have to trust and do your thing and hope that they understand the bit, and if they don't, then so be it, right?
But
I thought it was neat. The set was extremely surreal.
I love that. I love the image of you in the big chair with the big spoon.
Yeah, and you stuck in a cage. It was
I really think like
pretty good.
I know it doesn't match your channel aesthetic at all, but I really wish that was like your channel banner or something, is you in that big chair with the big spoon.
Maybe someday I'll change it. I mean, my current channel banner I think is like that. An image of Teletubbies or something. So I don't know. I don't know that me in a big chair would
branding,
be super off brand. Yeah. So what did you end up having to cut? Like, is there anything that you had to cut that you can talk about today? Okay, I'm curious because I didn't watch the episode through because I didn't like looking at myself.
Understandable.
But I want to know.
So
what did you have to cut?
I mean, in the very beginning, you'll notice I beeped out me saying the word hell because I really want to be on Sue's good side. So I just went like full 100%, like absolutely censor everything. Because like we've spoken about, we're going to do like a big bash event at some point at Enchanted Forest and rent out the whole place.
Yes, we're going to rent out the entire park for sure.
We have to make Sue love us. Sue, if you're listening to this, we love you.
Thank you for your hospitality.
I would never want to disparage your great company.
Sue is no way listening to this, right?
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Oh, well.
No, Sue... I guarantee didn't even find the last episode that we told her about.
We love your theme park, Sue.
We love it, Sue. and you're a legend. I love the music that you make. I feel that I could say so much more about Enchanted Forest that I didn't even say last time, but because I felt a little awkward in the beginning talking too long without bringing him on because he was just waiting.
Yes, I could feel the tension building as we were talking, and like he was popping up in the background, and we were like, when do we just, and then we just like hard
But that is
pivot.
That's a normal thing to do when people have guests on the podcast, is they'll do like a full like half hour without them and then bring them on. I don't think it's not a weird thing to do, but it felt weird because he was right there.
I wonder how it would have gone if we would have just done a normal pod and just had him there. We would have needed a third mic, obviously, but like for future reference, I wonder if that would have even worked as opposed to me trying to pretend I'm fucking Diane Sawyer doing an interview with whoever, you know. I don't know if that's like my strength necessarily.
No, I don't think we need to be like professional interviewers. Hold on, I'm trying to like find something to eat because I'm gonna pass away. True. How do I get these freaking fruits on the tree? I don't remember.
You gotta whack them with an axe, but I don't think we have an axe. There's gotta be some freaking food around here, right?
Oh, it's the end for me.
Really?
What was I talking about while I do this?
I don't know. Being an
that
interviewer.
We had to get. So things we couldn't say. Well, okay. First of all, I had to censor out. He was talking about strip clubs. So at some point, he was talking about when he was doing shows with these bands in the 2000s. He did like a battle of the bands at a strip club, and I had to censor out strip club. And we had a whole funny little moment where we were talking about, like we'll call it a gentleman's club or whatever. I just cut it all out because again, I love Sue. I love you, Sue, so much, and I want you to be proud of me.
Yeah, as she definitely is.
Okay, hello again.
Hello again.
I passed away, but I'm back. And we're in creative mode now, so we won't die. But
all right, tell me more about strip clubs.
Yes, there was some mention of strip clubs. We had to cut all that. And then when he was talking about how he's a voice actor for games, which we definitely should have asked him more about. He said something about Assassin's Creed, and I didn't even follow up. Like, who was he in Assassin's Creed?
Yeah, that was his. I think I don't know if you noticed this, but so we were talking, and he was like, because we asked him what else he does, and he was like, I'm a voice actor, for video games. And I looked at him and I said, video games? And I don't know if you noticed this, but he looked at me. He looked me up and down, and he said, yeah, Assassin's Creed. I took that to mean
he was like,
he kind of he sized me up and he said, which one is this guy going to care the most about? Assassin's Creed. And I found that very flattering. I think it
he also
made me feel masculine.
Also, when we were setting up, he called me Velma. He was like Velma over there because of my
did, yes.
Bob.
He was being cheeky.
What a funny guy. Cheeky. We love you, Bentley.
Yeah.
We love you, Sue, and we love you, Bentley. I love everybody at Enchanted Forest.
But yeah, can we talk about what he actually is a voice actor of? Is that we're allowed to say that, right?
So, we were talking about video games, and he mentioned that he is the voice of Frank in House Party, which is a very popular Game Grumps video where they played this game ages ago, and it's like a raunchy adult game, ha ha ha, because you can have sex in it. Oh my god, I could never say sex at Enchanted Forest.
No. You would have burst into flames.
Exactly. Sue would have smoked me.
Yeah, you would have ended up being one of the people stuck inside the haunted house. You would have been like frozen in the wall. That's what happens to people who curse at the Enchanted Forest.
So it was kind of a big like meme game. I don't even know, like years ago.
He did the voice, like when I was in college, that was the thing. I don't know. He was doing the voice, and I feel like that would have been such great content. A little voice.
It would have been incredible content because it was incredible to wrap it back around to video games and the Game Grumps, because of course, like, he knows who the Game Grumps is because they did this very popular video on the game. And he said the Game Grumps were at Enchanted Forest in May.
Well, one of them was.
I think didn't he say both of them were there?
Both
and then
them?
He had a picture.
Maybe they were.
He had a picture with Danny.
Yes.
But
I think I don't understand. He should have been more excited for us to be there, I feel like. Because we're like as popular as the Game Grumps almost, the Game Grumps, right? Like, we're getting there. So I didn't appreciate that.
I don't know.
But
I was about to say which one's which, but I don't know if I really identify with being either of them.
I'll be
choose carefully.
I'll be Danny.
Okay.
You nothing else to say about that?
No, I have nothing to say about that. Anyway, and he was going on and on about how the Game Grumps came to visit the park, and he talked to Danny for a little bit and took a picture with Danny, and Danny was all excited that he did the Frank voice. And when he was talking about this, I assumed he meant like years ago, and I was like, wait, so when was this that the Game Grumps were here? He said May.
Yeah, he was like, oh, last week. Yeah, they were just here. They just walked out, actually, 15 minutes ago. They were like, oh, God.
Why the fuck? Fuck, another word Sue would never let me say. I feel so free this episode, I think. I just feel like saying everything.
You're out in the middle of the woods or the ocean.
Yeah, nobody can hear me out here. But why the fuck were the Game Grumps at Enchanted Forest? Wait. You know what it is? I don't like really follow the Game Grumps anymore, but I did like happen across a TikTok from like Aaron's wife, just like came across my For You page. And I think they moved to Portland. I think Aaron and his wife live in Portland.
If you lived near it, I feel like Enchanted Forest is the type of thing that if you heard about it and you were like an internet person, you'd be like, that's awesome. I have to go there.
Yeah.
So I feel like that makes sense. Like, I mean, I went there and I don't live anywhere near it. Mm-hmm. Obviously, that's because you sold it to me. But the, it's an attraction. It's a place that people would want to be.
Yeah. Oh, and then the last thing that he said that we couldn't put in was referring to doing booger sugar, which was a funny little name for drugs.
COCAINE.
Yeah.
At least I assume it must have been, given the way that sugar looks.
Yeah. So.
So you did cut that out, which is interesting because I feel like we did allude to that, and he kind of implied that he was like, no, it's fine. No one's going to care.
I just wanted to be careful. I wanted to be as careful as possible.
That's smart, because or else when we go back there, we're going to notice he's mysteriously absent from the play, and then we're going to go in the haunted house, and he's going to be in there. He's going to be locked up.
They could never kick Bentley out of the play. He is the play.
He kind of was, yeah.
The play is nothing
the other people
him.
were good too, but Bentley was a consummate professional, I would say.
It's crazy he was talking about how like he has had to take days off before, but I don't think I've been to a single Enchanted Forest play that he was not in and playing multiple characters.
Maybe he was lying. Maybe he wants to seem like a worse employee than he is.
Well, he wants to seem normal. He wants to seem like he doesn't like live and breathe and eat and sleep Enchanted Forest theater, but that's okay.
True.
It's an honorable profession.
I thought it was cool that he was in a punk band. For some reason, that just made so much sense to me when he said that. I was like, I know.
Pop punk.
Yeah. Sorry. But
that is funny. And
it's cool.
I should have put in, maybe I'll put in this episode some of the song that he was talking about.
Oh, yeah.
He was going to send us the song and I was going to put it in the episode, but then I was in a rush to get it up, so I kind of just skipped that. But he messaged me after. He was like, I was going to send you the song to put in. So I'll put in a little bit of it right now.
Please don't turn away. Give me that look that I know you found it. It's not here with me, and they're all waiting for you to say.
Wow, that was great.
That was awesome, I think.
That was good pop punk vibes from that for sure. I liked the angry bass line.
Yeah, I liked when it went da na 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 na.
Yes, that was one of the top moments.
For sure.
Yeah. So that's what happened with Bentley.
Yeah, back to the haunted coast trip. I wanted to touch on this because I thought it was a little bit funny. The degree of disaster that occurred when we went to the coast.
Well, you brought us to this house in the middle of the woods on the water, and the first thing we saw when we showed up there is there's just dead birds in front of the house.
Yeah,
it's just
so
like there's dead broken neck birds just like scattered on the ground in front of us. It's the middle of the night.
Yeah,
it's fine. Everything's fine. Oh, wait, we can't get in. That's what you said. You were like, oh, none of the keys are working. I should have known something was up when that happened.
Yeah, so we head over to the lake house at night because that's just the most convenient way to do it to me, because then you just wake up there and you don't have to worry about like getting up in the morning and getting over there. It's like,
no, it was the right call.
So we arrive at the lake house in the middle of the night, and there's a dead bird right in front of the front door. It's
thousands
dark.
Of dead birds.
It's very dark, right? Because we're not in a city.
Alfred Hitchcock.
No, there was one dead bird when we first got there. And
when we first got there, though, operative words.
Yes, exactly. I guess had run into the window. Sometimes they do that because their brains are so small. Think about the size of a bird brain. Tiny.
Well, also, though, to their credit, the windows were very clean and large.
Right.
And if I, like that, imagine if you...
But if I was a bird, I just don't think I would do that.
You wouldn't fly towards
into a
open
window
spaces
at
full of food?
breakneck speed? No.
You didn't know the window was there? Yeah, you would. You totally would. Have you ever done a mirror maze? Your nose would be broken by the time you got out. Guaranteed. You're no different than a bird.
What kind of speed are you going through mirror mazes? You're
trying to race through
rocketing through it.
Yeah, because it's scary because there's the people who chase you.
Who's chasing you?
Yeah, have you ever done one?
Yeah.
It's the tall guy with doesn't he put on like the ascot thing? Am I making this up? Like at the Mall of America, there's the mirror maze. Every mirror, I've done like 3, and all of them had the same guy.
What are you describing?
It's the dude who works there at the front, and then he says ready, set, go, and then he counts to whatever, because you can do like 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. And then you run, you try to make it as far as you can, and then he bangs on the thing and starts running through after you.
Bro's getting chased by the Hat Man in the Funhouse maze.
I got to take you to a Funhouse maze, a real one, because it sounds like you've never experienced it.
I have not seen that. You're the one hallucinating. Have you slept?
You should. Yeah, I started taking bread.
Yeah,
that's what
you're
happened.
on the bread.
It was the
now.
one time back in the day I got poison ivy, and the Hat Man started chasing me through the mirror maze.
Anyway, so we're at the lake house.
It's
like day 3 of me not sleeping, but I'm trying to rally in the morning and do fun things because we're there to do fun things.
I didn't even know you were sleep deprived at this point. You were hiding it very well.
Okay, well, so you say.
Yeah,
but,
I do say.
So we do some fun lake things. We get to the dock, and we're trying out the electric surfboard, which
My God,
is
what a toy.
Noah's vet school graduation gift. Very fancy, bougie thing to own, but it's just like a surfboard.
We're not going to say how much it cost, but it wasn't cheap.
Yeah, we're not going to say. You can look it up.
And it was worth every penny.
Worth every penny.
Including the pennies spent on the emergency room visit. Which I still haven't gotten a bill for yet.
So we try it out, and it's all like blurring together. You tried it out, right?
I tried it out first.
You did it first.
Well, after Noah. So Noah did it. He looked like a pro.
Noah did it, and like he just shows off, right? Because he already knows how to do it.
It was insane.
He's like doing really close turns to us.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Like, be impressive. And
so
then you try
it. I tried it. I had a fun time. I did okay. I got on my knees. We were up, but it's really hard to stand up on. It's the balance is intense. So I zoomed around out there. I immediately was like, this is really fun. This is an excellent toy to have access to.
I still don't do it.
Toy?
I've never done it.
I can't believe you don't do it. It's so fun.
I'm lazy and afraid.
You're not afraid, but you are lazy when it comes to getting on the lake. You like being pulled around because you weren't afraid of being on the tube.
I do like being pulled around.
Yeah, it's not a matter of fear.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I think I don't like the prospect of effort. Like when I think about learning the surfboard, I'm like, it's going to take so much effort before it's really that fun.
I think that is laziness, isn't it? Or is there a different word I'm thinking of? Yeah. Which is okay.
It's laziness, and it's like the fear of doing hard work. That's what the fear is.
So you're not lazy.
The fear of exertion.
It's a phobia
of my body.
Yeah, you get panic attacks when you think about doing work. Honestly, that's real.
So you tried it, and then Ashlyn tried it, and was a pro immediately. She was like almost standing immediately.
Yes, immediately got up on it. Maybe 2 minutes into it, was like fully stood up. Mm-hmm. Also immediately fell and busted her brain open.
Well, I think she was intentionally dismounting, so we'll give her that credit because she was like incredible at it. So she was trying to like slow down and stop on purpose.
Right. But then it slowed down too fast.
Banged her head on the board, which
the surfboard zoomed
Noah
into the
and
back
I
of her
had
head.
just spent like 10 minutes saying, this is so safe. Nobody ever hits their head on the board.
This is what was so funny. Yeah, we asked so many times because we were like, do we need a helmet? And no, we have a helmet, but like no one ever uses a helmet. We don't need it. Like hundreds of people have used this thing. There's no bad juju at this lake house. Only one dead bird, no big deal. So just give it a go. Immediately, first time she got on it, fell off, cracked her head open, came back to shore, and was like, that was fun. That was really fun. But I hit my head a little bit, so I got to take a break. Turned around, just a giant. A giant is overstating it.
It was like 1 inch.
But a hole. It was a solid.
Not a hole.
It was a solid hole. Well, not a hole, but like an opening.
She had like a 1 inch cut on her head because she had hit her head hard enough that the skin split.
Yes.
And
so the back of her head was split open a little bit.
It was bleeding, and it was enough. Noah looked at it for like 1 second and was like, yeah, you probably need stitches.
Yeah. And
then we got to go to the emergency room in this little coast town.
Shout out to those emergency room staff. They seemed excellent.
Very nice.
I honestly had a great time relative to my expectations.
They had a really funny system where, like, because I've been to the emergency room a couple times, and the ones that I've been to, I was always like admitted to a room, and then I was sitting and waiting in the room the whole time in between like scans or whatever. Yeah. And this one, I assume just because they probably didn't have that many rooms because it's a very small hospital, they just had you go back to the waiting room in between.
Yes.
Like waiting for x-rays or whatever.
Actually was genius because it did pass the time really well. Like every little thing you had to do, like they would be like, come on back. And then you would go back and they'd go, sign your name here. And you'd sign. They go, all right, go back to the waiting room. And then you go back and they go, oh, come on back. And they would come back and they go, we're going to do an x-ray. Do you want that? And you go, yeah. And they go, all right, go back to the waiting room. So it's like every time they needed any little piece of information, we went in and out probably 5 times.
Yeah.
And it passed the time. It made it feel like things were happening the whole time, like a Disney queue.
Yeah, you said it felt like Disney the way they make you feel like you're not waiting somehow.
Exactly. And also everyone there was very attractive like Disney, which was interesting.
Oh.
I didn't know. I figured emergency room people. I don't know if you saw those doctors back there.
I didn't see the actual doctors because I wasn't going back in the back.
I mean, talk about swole.
You should have taken a sneaky
luscious
pic.
Locks. I totally should have. He probably would have done it. It was funny, like when he was doing the stitches, he was like, I like doing stitches. They're like very satisfying and fun. But they just take a long time because it's one doctor in charge of the whole ER. Like he's kind of like the guy.
Yeah.
And he was like, I like doing them. It's satisfying. And Ashton was like, oh, do you get to do them often? And he was like, oh yeah, like once a shift. Like somebody comes in who cracked their head open on a fucking something at a lake somewhere. Yeah. And he was like, yeah, it's like constantly. It's like very incredibly frequent.
Yeah.
Because the people doing their whatever it is, ATVs and surfboards and trampolines and shit.
Yeah.
So, but I shout out to the ER. I had a great time. I'm curious to see the bill. I almost said I'm excited to see the bill. I kind of am.
Me too.
Because I haven't gotten an ER bill before, and I kind of want to know. I hope it's itemized. If it's not, I might have to ask.
Yeah, we were talking about whether you're going to try to sue Noah for damages. So I guess you need to see the bill first.
Yes. I'll need to see the bill, see how much insurance covered. And then, we have to like assess obviously his assets and, how much there's to squeeze from the stone. And then we'll make a determination. We'll have to check with the law firms and stuff, but hopefully you guys will.
Okay. I mean, that would be
housed.
Maybe like really good drama for the pod, because that would create quite a lot of tension between us, I think.
I was thinking about this today. Do you think we're ever going to leak our texts? Do you think anyone's ever going to leak our text messages? Because when I texted you something today that I was like, that was embarrassing that I said that. What did I say? I was like, we're just in sync like that. Remember when I texted you that? And I was like, why did I say that? What a weird, like if that leaked, I'd be embarrassed that I said that. You remember I said that? I said, we're just in sync like that.
Right. And then you just said it on the podcast though.
Yeah, that's a good point. But it would be for some reason, it would be more embarrassing.
I don't think there's anything
like there's something
to leak in our texts.
No, I'm not saying there's stuff to leak, but I just mean the idea of somebody reading my normal texts is like actually terrifying to me. I think it's like, something about just normal texting feels so intimate. I don't like people looking at it, even if it's just me being like, oh yeah, what's up? Oh, that's cool. Hey, do you want to meet and do this? I feel like that's worse than having it leak and me being like, yes, meet me in the alleyway at 6 p.m. and bring the 7 pipe bombs and we're going to
you could start texting more nonchalant.
Video game.
You know, there's like an epidemic these days of people being nonchalant.
Are you saying I'm not nonchalant? Am I kind of try hard? Am I a try hard text person?
I'm just saying, like, you know, sometimes I see text screenshots from like Gen Z when it comes up on my TikTok, and they'll text in like as few characters as possible, like abbreviating everything, like just responding okay to a lot of stuff. Just so like instead of almost not responding.
We're just in sync like that. I should have said we just synced.
You should have said that would
have been better.
Yeah.
We sync. We synced.
Like I don't know. Like not even a whole sentence. Like what would a kid say?
I should have said cool.
Yeah, just cool. Just the word cool, lowercase, cool. No pronunciation or no punctuation.
Yeah.
No pronunciation either.
None, yeah. It's all unpronounceable symbols. So emojis are, I guess.
Anyway, so Ashley and Buster had open. We go to the ER. It actually didn't take that long. I was glad that we were out of there by the afternoon, and then we were back at the lake house, and then I did the tube.
Yeah, the tube was interesting. I sat on the back of the jet ski. Because
I just felt like I had to do something fun that day. I hadn't really done anything. So I got on the tube, and Noah pulled me around. And that was a great time. I should do the tube more. You know, I usually just end up sitting around. Maybe next year.
You will. I
guess there's time. I could try it out.
You saw the potential in it.
Yeah, I had a lot of trouble turning on it. So like I went on it one time, like laying down, because you start just laying down. And I mean, maybe just because I was laying down, but I couldn't get the hang of like, to turn it, you just have to lean your body.
Yeah.
So I just ended up going in circles, basically, because it's like, it's hard to figure that out. But maybe someday. If you're going in
circles, it sounds like you were turning pretty good. Anyway,
we're eating dinner that night, and a bird flies into the window right next to the dining table as we're eating. So that was bird number 2. I don't think that one died. It did fly away, but it might have had a TBI.
Yeah.
And
now it's an owl.
And then the next day was when we went and did some coast stuff. I attempted to show you some views, and the best view that I was the most excited about, we were just in a cloud and there was no view at all.
So we were fogged up. I liked it though. Fog. I liked the fog. I liked the beach we went to. I liked that weird little town we were in for a second. Where those people kept coming up to me and saying things through my driver window. Do you remember all those people?
Yeah, for some reason.
Two separate times, people came up and were like, "Hey, I got to tell you something." Some random guy.
Yeah, one guy had a problem with your parallel parking job, I think.
Well, he had a problem because there were spaces marked on the side of the road for cars, and I had parked in between 2 spaces. You know, they're parallel, they're lined up. But the reason I'd done that is because everyone in front was also in between. It just had gotten out of sync. No one was paying attention. So rather than pull back to be in the space, leaving not enough space for a car in front or behind me, I pulled all the way forward and squeezed against the car so there'd still be a space behind me. This guy didn't like that until I guess I told him why I did it. But he was like, "Did you notice how you parked?" He like came up and like it was like rolled on your window. He was like, "Did you pay attention to how you parked?" And I was like, "Yeah, I parked because there was a guy and I was in front of him." And he went, "Oh, there was a guy in front of you." And then he just walked away.
And then he was fine with it?
I mean, my guess is he had a lot of residual, like he was hoping for a little bit of a tussle verbally.
Right. It's always awkward when you go into a conversation like ready for a fight and then you find out you're wrong immediately. Like, what do you do with that energy?
It turns out most people don't do stupid things on purpose, knowing that they're doing them intentionally, you know?
So true.
Like it does happen sometimes, but did you say it's not true?
I said so true.
Oh, so true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you know it's a dumb thing to do, you probably won't do it. Like, generally speaking, it's very rare that people are like, I'm going to do something that is dumb and mean for no reason just because I can. It just doesn't happen. Usually they either don't know or there was a reason that you're not understanding. So, but hey.
And then what was the other time somebody talked to you?
This guy, he got out of his car at the gas station and came up and was like, hey, if you can back up, then I can back up and then we can get out because this jackass is taking too long in front of us. The guy who looked like Santa Claus.
That was just to coordinate the getting of gas. There was no bad blood there, I think.
No bad blood, but I'm just speaking to the energy of seeing somebody like I would say aggressively walk up to your car in the rear view mirror. It's just like a scary energy. It feels like a horror movie.
It is threatening. And I think it's funny that that happened to you twice and you were like, wow, so the energy of Oregon is like people really come up to your window a lot. And I'm like, that's never happened to me in my life. I don't know why that keeps happening to you.
We brought something with us. We brought some voodoo magic or something because some crazy New Orleans energy escaped.
Anyway, so we had the coast day. That was my worst sleep deprivation day. But I rallied enough to get around to some sightseeing. And then was it like the next morning when we left, there was another dead bird by the front door.
Another dead bird. Yeah, there was. I mean, probably they just need to get their windows correctly treated so birds don't fly into them. It's got to be that. But you also said that
frosted?
You've never seen that. No, there's like a thing you can put on it where it makes it so it doesn't look different to a person. Like you can still see through it as a human being, but like it adds a reflection to it so the birds can tell that it's a surface.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, I think some like cities mandate it if you're building new buildings because so many birds die flying into windows. So I think it's a thing you can do. It might be really expensive. I don't know. But if you've said you've never seen dead birds there before. So
no,
something's happening.
Never seen dead birds there. Never had people come up to my windows. Like you guys were bringing some kind of horror movie energy that
we definitely were.
That I wasn't expecting. And then all the fog. It was just a little bit. It was a little bit spooky just at the coast. But then I think the rest of the trip was less of that vibe.
Yeah, it was less of that vibe.
The rest of it was more normal.
Yes.
Unless you beg to differ. I mean, give me your hot takes about your
I'm just
Oregon
trying to remember.
experience.
I didn't sleep last night, by the way. I'm like you. I didn't sleep at all because my dog is pooping all over the place.
Goddamn.
I mean, outside, but sometimes this happens. So I'm trying to just make my brain work sequentially so I can remember everything that happened. My impression of it was that Oregon is really beautiful and the coast is like hauntingly like affecting. And wow, the piano music came in the game. I don't know if it did for you, but for me, the piano music just started right when I was starting to talk about how beautiful it was. The fog is great. People were fine and a little weird and nice. Mostly nice, though. Did I tell you? I don't know but I've never in my life gotten recognized in public more than in Oregon. Like,
did it happen more than when I was with you? Like, tell me about when I wasn't with you.
4 total times. Yeah. 4 total times over 6 days. And we were just like out hiking and whatever. You know what the last one was? TSA at the airport. But the TSA guy didn't know my name. He was like, "Oh, you're the Grand Theft Auto Power Lines." I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "I love your content." And he stuck his hand out. We shook hands. And I was like, "Okay, thanks." But
nice. Because we got recognized together at Powell's Books in Portland, which was cute.
Powell's Books, we got recognized. On the hike, we got recognized. They
didn't know who I was on the hike, I think, though. Just you.
No. I still maintain that in the, I'm not going to say the name of the restaurant, but whatever it was, there was those people definitely also did, and then also the TSA. So in some sense, 5, but one of them didn't actually come up and say hi.
You think some people sneaky recognized you and didn't say anything?
Yeah, 100%. I'm absolutely confident.
Fame,
Point
man.
being, whatever's going on in Oregon, those people are, I guess, on my team.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't surprise me because I feel like the vibe of people that live here would be into you.
Yeah. Whereas like in New Orleans, nobody even knows how to work a computer. So there's nobody, you laugh, but it's like I'm kind of serious. People down here, they don't look at YouTube. That's not really a thing.
Yeah.
So.
That's kind of nice though. Like
it is. I think it probably will be more nice as I continue to accrue great fame and fortune.
Right.
Because then I just won't have to worry about it. But
yeah, in Portland that's the second time I've ever been recognized in my life.
That one was really awesome. That was a really wholesome.
And that was cute. Because we were both going through the checkout at different times, and you guys were a little bit ahead of me in the line, and there were a few people between us. And I get up to the girl at the register, and she's like, "Are you Memoria?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Wait, was that Annie Austin?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, I wasn't quite sure, but then I saw you, and now I know that it has to be both of you. But it was funny because you were just talking about how like everybody recognizes you when you have the hair clips in, and you did have the hair clips in, and so it seems weird that she would like still doubt herself after that.
It is what it is, but yeah, that was I think that's a really cool experience because we just so happened not to be checking out at the same time, and we got the same register person. That's like a really funny experience to be like, oh, I think that was this person I know on the internet. And then immediately after, wait a second. You're like, oh, awesome. So there you go.
So that was the Oregon trip.
I'll tell you what I don't like, though.
Okay.
2 hours time difference. That's what I don't like. It discombobulates the fuck out of me. Because then I come back home and I'm like, because then I wasn't falling asleep probably till like 11 or midnight-ish, which is like 2 a.m. here. But then I come back here and I have like my whole life scheduled around getting up at a certain time in the morning.
Yeah.
And so now it's like I just ran into a brick wall of discombobulation.
Yeah.
It was like being chased through a mirror maze by a hat man.
Yeah, I'm really fascinated by that experience.
Yeah, I'll show you I don't know. I was going to say when you come to Minneapolis, but I'm not even in Minneapolis, show me that. So I can't. All right, I will. Look at it. It's going to be AIvideocreator.com. So
my other topics for today, I was just going to go over the news as we do typically.
Please. I also didn't read the comments on the last episode. So like if people had questions, anyone...
I don't think there were a lot of questions. I didn't read all of them, but I generally there were just a lot of nice ones saying that they liked the episode. So I appreciate that. Thank you guys.
All right.
We're experimenting. We're trying, we'll probably have a few more guests in the future. Maybe we'll get better at it. Maybe we won't. But
I hope. I think the move is to get way worse at it, because that's also like strong enough,
Strong enough?
Or sorry, like it's a strong. Like it's okay if it's worse, it's good still because
it's okay. You haven't slept. It's okay.
It's confident. It's a confident vibe to it.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you if you could explain to me if there is drama or what the drama is around the new Hollow Knight game. Because
drama? I know that a bunch of dorks really like Hollow Knight. That's all I can tell you. I never played it.
I have a lot of gaming opinions that annoy people. One of them being I really can't get into a 2D side-scrolling platformer. I just can't do it. It's not engaging enough to me. You don't like
Super Mario?
I like a little bit of Mario, but
okay.
But I think
like
I might
Metroidvania, like Super Metroid or whatever, you're not really fucking with that.
I mean, listen, maybe if I gave one a chance for more than 10 minutes, but I've tried, and I think I need the third dimension to fully engage my brain. I think I just feel a little bit bored by the 2D aspect of it.
I think your instinct, which is that you're wrong, is probably right. You probably are wrong. That if you just actually did it, you would be probably, like, oh, these are actually basically equally as fun. Because I do enjoy
Mario sometimes.
Mario is like a different thing. I can understand looking at a 2D Metroidvania type game and being like, that's just whatever. I personally just don't like cartoons. I don't like hand-drawn stuff. And I know that makes me a huge asshole, but I don't like it. I don't think any of them ever look good, with probably a few exceptions. But that's the thing that turns me off of Hollow Knight is I don't like how it looks. Just so mean because it's like very intentionally made. But
so how do you feel about Cuphead?
If I played it, I mean, it's like cute because it's like, oh, it's a cartoon, but I would say I don't really like it.
Okay, well, I would disagree with you there because I really do like hand-drawn animation, and I enjoy that a lot in like the Amanita design games, which some people know that I love, like Samorost. Anyway, so there's a new Hollow Knight coming out. I understand. I don't know anything about it because I don't play those games.
Silk Song, everyone's very hype.
But a lot of people are very hype, and a lot of people, I don't know. I've seen a lot of people like making fun of it, and so I was just curious if you knew what the drama is, because like making fun of people being excited for it.
I mean, that might just be like people acting like me, being like, I'm grumpy because I'm a jerk, you know, and just doing a bit. But if you think it's earnest, I don't know.
Or like I was getting a little bit of like some people are boycotting it or something. And the only thing that I could find about this...
Hollow Knight on the boycott list?
No, not like that. Anyway, so I was trying to figure out what was going on with Silk Song because I was just sensing like weird vibes in the posts that I was seeing about it. And the only thing I could find was
where are you
that
seeing
like...
these posts?
Just...
like Reddit and
stuff? Like Blue Sky and TikTok and streamers talking about it.
All those places have crazy people on them. Not just Blue Sky.
But the only thing I could find was that like 7 months ago or something, the creator made this vague tweet that like really made it sound like the game was about to come out, and then it didn't come out and people were mad about that. That's the only thing that I could find.
It's such a double-edged sword. I think it's a single-edged sword, and it's bad when you end up with a community around your thing that is like, because like I just searched Silk Song on Blue Sky, and it's all like sexy pictures of the characters from Silk Song. And once you've entered that zone where people are drawing sexy pictures of your people, of your little cartoon people, that's bad. I like not drawing I don't care if you draw sexy pictures. I'm just saying it's out of your control now. Like now it's going to be a disaster no matter what when people are that engaged with something to that degree. Because people they're so into it. And so it's just a really double-edged sword to kind of like have that much passion, which is a beautiful thing to have. But on the flip side, boy, when people are that passionate, like look at this character from this game, which doesn't even have a butt. And in this picture, it has a huge ass and titties. And I don't even know if it has any of that in the game. This is crazy. I'm just scrolling and it's never ending
so I can put it on the screen.
What, this is uncensored Silk Song, big uncensored titty. Holy Christ. You have to. This is crazy.
Wait, send it.
Holy smokes.
Is it on your phone? You gotta send it to me.
No, I'm getting it to you right now. You cannot put this up on the screen, unfortunately.
Wait, I can't? What if I blur it?
No, click on it. Go ahead. You can try to blur it.
Wait, did you put it in Discord?
Yeah. It's not blurrable. The whole image would be blurred. Look at that. And so that's what I'm saying is once you've done that, you actually should troll the fuck out of your audience so that those people can chill out and realize that everything's fine. Because that's a crazy thing to make. It's crazy.
The character's face is like 2 pixels in the corner of the screen.
I know. It's just 2 giant titties. It's insane. I'm sorry. I don't mean to, but I don't think we should be doing that. I'm staking a claim. I don't think we should be drawing those kinds of pictures.
No, you're so right. You're so right
Look
about
at that, man. I'm just scrolling, and some of them are just like sick-looking pictures. Obviously, I'll shout out to I'm not saying that all of them are like this, but 1 out of every 4 is like Silk Song, the little cartoon bunny, with just honkers. Crazy, absolutely nuts.
Oh my god!
But there you go. It is what it is. Hey, everyone's a little different. We're not gonna send anyone to hell for the pictures they draw, but maybe there's an argument there I'm not seeing for this giant picture that I sent
for
you.
The big titty pictures.
Yeah, and there's got to be give me this. Can someone steal man this giant titty picture for me?
I'm gonna cry. That's so crazy.
It's nuts. Yeah, I mean
crazy. That one is clearly like a joke, right?
I guarantee they would say that. But I think that...
But if you're doing that as a joke, there is something underlying that is serious.
Unfortunately, I don't know if I would go so far, not that you're saying this, but I wouldn't go so far as to be like pathological with it, but wow, this one's got a giant dick. Man, it's all types. I'm still scrolling. It truly is never ending.
Blue Sky just allows that, huh?
Yes, you do have to enable not safe for work. So I'm assuming I have. Because if I haven't, holy smokes, I got to turn it off and go really take a look. But no, just a naked guy, just like a naked human man being like, I'm excited for Silksong. Jeez, yeah, this is nuts.
Why? I didn't know the Silksong community was so sexual.
Well, they kind of got like the vibe of your Homestuck type Undertale fans.
And they're horny, I guess. I don't know.
They're super horny, kind of like just super anime fan vibes, which again that's totally fine. But yeah, if you end up with a fan community like that, it's gonna cause you trouble. And so I'm not surprised that there's drama about Silksong, because I actually saw screenshots. I don't know if there's
really drama.
The only thing I can say is I can come to these people's defense, is I did see screenshots of Silksong, and the character doesn't have titties, which is crazy. So I can see why they'd be mad, because they were obviously expecting something else.
Clearly.
And
yeah,
that's not the case. So I'd be pissed too. More censorship, I suppose.
It's the woke mob.
Oh, well.
The woke mob took away Silksong's titties.
Yeah, I mean, not to be this guy, but episode title, I mean, honestly.
Oh, exactly. I love that the episode has only got more and more towards the side of things we could not say at Enchanted Forest.
Right.
It's just gotten worse as the episode's gone on. Okay, yeah. We are going to have to wrap it up soon, but I would like to mention for a moment that did you know that your boyfriend, Mr. Beast, is on TikTok literally making ads saying, please follow me, please follow me, please follow me?
Incredibly based, as he always is. Every time. The man can do no wrong, truly. I saw he's wearing a lot of makeup, it looked like, from your...
He's wearing a full beat.
Which is...
And I actually went and clicked directly before this podcast. I went and clicked on a couple of his recent videos in a private window, of course, so that YouTube doesn't know that I'm clicking on those videos. But it is a thing that he's doing now. I mean, I never really watched him before. Like, maybe you could tell me if he wore this much makeup before. But he's just... he's wearing a lot of makeup lately in his videos. He's got a full face of foundation, concealer, bronzer, highlight.
I'm not overly surprised that he's wearing makeup, obviously, because it's just very high production value. Not to seem like a poser, but I haven't actually watched a Mr. Beast video in a while. I'm not exactly keeping up, but...
I don't think that's something you need to be ashamed of.
I am ashamed of it. I really should be. But aside from that, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't surprise me, though. I think... And
for the record, nothing wrong with guys wearing makeup. He's just not the type of guy that I would expect to wear that much makeup.
Maybe is a little too much, you might say.
It's definitely...
because isn't like the best makeup the makeup you don't notice as much? Especially if it's like stage makeup.
Like, I would imagine Mr. Beast is the type that, yes, would want a very natural makeup to the point where it just looks like he just looks really good that day. But the amount that he's wearing is truly undeniable. It's like... Maybe
he actually just, because, he's all like retention. Maybe he noticed that if he wore absurd amounts of makeup, retention went up. Maybe it's that simple.
Who knows?
Like engagement, retention. It really could be.
Who knows?
He's obviously a master of his craft. So why are you telling me about him? Why are we talking about Jimmy?
Because you're in love with him. I just wanted you to know like what's going on with him lately.
Yeah, I'm not in love with him. I just adore every facet of his being.
Right, exactly.
As a man.
So this has been your Mr. Beast update. I wish him luck in refining his look. Maybe we'll see him with eyeliner next time.
Local grocery store near me got Feastables.
You know what? I support it.
Fucking love those things.
And
have you had Feastables yet?
I haven't. You said you have and you really liked it, right?
They're genuinely... I can't eat other chocolate anymore. Mostly because...
can't eat other chocolate.
Not kidding. It's mostly because I learned that all chocolate is made with slave children, which is a bummer, except like Feastables and one other one.
Have you repurchased
I'm not. This is not a bit.
Maybe I don't think I've seen one in a grocery store here. Maybe I gotta look.
Like they're actually just like very. I'm not saying you'll eat it and be like, I can't. How can something taste this good? But you'll eat it and be like, this is like the best. Just like straight up mass produced chocolate. Period.
He also had those that like Lunchables ripoff that ended up having mold in them. So I'm a little bit wary of his food production.
Well, counterpoint. Not to constantly being
mold is
playing
fine.
Defense for Mr. Beast. I'm playing defense for the truth is what I'm playing defense for.
Wow.
It is fine because what it is there's no preservatives in it. It's like obviously it's going to get moldy. Like that's just the nature of the difference between using actual like food stuff versus using like a.
It's like those time lapses of how like McDonald's burgers don't mold, and you're like, what even is this?
Yeah. Like unironically, I'm pretty sure that is like what it was. Is that they were just using like. Food like more closer to real food than a Lunchable, so then it got moldy.
All right, well, you know what, maybe by next episode I'll have found a Feastables and I can tell you it was the most delicious chocolate I've ever tasted.
The peanut butter ones, insane, so good.
I do like peanut butter chocolate.
Oh my god, so good.
So maybe I'll check it out.
In fact, you know what I'm gonna do, we're getting sponsored. Except they won't actually sponsor us, but they might send us a bunch of free Feastables, okay? Feastables shirts, Feastables hats.
I don't think after all this stuff I've said that he would want to sponsor us, but hey, Beast.
No, he's chill. No, Jimmy's chill. He's chill. It's fine. Don't worry.
Maybe it'll be a new campaign to like convert people that normally wouldn't be fans of him. Anyway, to end this podcast, I'm going to go jump in the water and get eaten by the shark.
Whoa, I'm going to watch. Where are you?
Hello, shark. Eat me.
Where'd you go?
Eat me. Oh, wait, it won't eat me because we're in creative. We actually can't die.
Oh, true.
Look
That's
how
a
scary this
shark.
water is. It's so dark.
Yeah, is there like anything on the ground? Like, can I go down, down, down? There's worms in the water.
Let's just go down as far as we can.
There's got to be a bottom somewhere.
This is terrifying.
I'm going to go get my white monster out. And,
okay, yeah, I'm sorry about your shitting dog. I hope it stops doing that.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it will. It's, sometimes it's just how it goes.
Just plug it up.
Jesus.
Don't do that. That's abusive,
get
probably.
Get an acorn.
I love dogs. I famously love dogs.